Hey riders, Eric from Ride Adventures, and another video reminding you that we make it easy for you to travel the world by motorcycle and 4x4 adventure truck by having the vehicle you want to ride in the place you want to ride it. So the trip package I want to talk about today is what we call our best week in Oregon package. And just as the name implies, it's 1 week, basically 5 riding days in the middle of your arrival and departure dates. And it's through this incredible state that is relatively unknown in the adventure riding world, but therefore holds for you a great bounty of riding opportunity that we'll get into and explain here. So starting from our hometown here of Bend in Central Oregon, first of all, it's important to mention that this is one of the most sought after cities in the world really for any outdoor lover. On both ends of your trip, or actually during, if you want to include things like whitewater rafting, golfing, hiking, biking, mountain biking, kayaking, rock climbing, check out Bend. We'll have a link in the description. You can see more about this incredible town and why you want to spend some extra time here. But again, this trip is basically just over 1,200 miles if you do the itinerary as shown over the 5 riding days, and it's a mixed dual sport terrain trip. So you start out on the beautiful paved twisties and sweepers, and throughout each day you go back and forth between dirt and gravel and maybe some light sand, back to the pavement and back and forth. It's a constantly changing dual sport trip, absolutely perfect for these adventure bikes that we offer for rent. Amongst the many highlights that you're going to get to see on this trip, you ride through 9 national forests. They're listed on the website. So you get to ride beneath the tree canopy of our beautiful ponderosa pine trees here. You go past incredible sights and scenery like Crater Lake, Smith Rock, the John Day fossil beds, the Painted Hills. You even get to see the Oregon Trail, and in one part of the trip you get to see the original Oregon Trail and where it made its way from Missouri out to the west coast here when hundreds of thousands of people tried to make their way back in the 1800s. And there's a great story waiting for you there. Here in what is truly the Wild West, we would call this still a trip that is very remote, and it will give you that feeling of what it's like being out here in the Wild West of the US. We see old abandoned mining towns, small villages, and just the way that it is really far and away and off the beaten path. We've been touting for years our fantastic trips in Patagonia and these other remote places, but really some of Eastern Oregon is some of the most remote spaces I think you're going to find anywhere in the trips that we offer. So there are a lot of wildlife possibilities. You definitely have the chance of seeing bald eagles and cranes, black and brown bears, elk, bobcats, antelope, coyotes, pronghorn, mules, and white-tailed deers, California bighorn sheep. Some of these cougars and wolves and things like that are a little bit rare, but they are possible to see during this adventure ride. The trip formats that you have to choose from are as it shows on the website. There are dates where we have specific guided trips going. You can join up with another group of publicly available people from around the world, or you can also do this self-guided. And in the case of self-guided, of course, then you can have the itinerary customized. If you want to do more than 5 days of riding, or if you want to include a rest day or go out to the coast or do some other things, we can customize it for you. And by the way, with our self-guided packages, you can either have that as a fly and ride package where we include all the hotels and everything's waiting for you, the motorcycle rental, just a turnkey operation, or again, if you just want to rent our motorcycles and go explore the Pacific Northwest on your own, you're welcome to do that. The seasonality and when you would want to do a trip like this is basically May through October, with July and August being the middle of the summer here in North America. Those are of course the warmest and basically the driest months, but things start warming up pretty nicely and the snowpack disappears during the month of May. Some of the higher elevation spots might still have snow, like the Steens Mountains and some of the mountain passes, but you can start riding in May and basically go through October, even into November, and do this trip comfortably. As mentioned before, the terrain types you can expect are everything from paved twisties and sweepers to, again, bouncing out into the dirt terrain like this and having what is really a treat as far as dirt riding goes. It's what we kind of sometimes refer to as the chocolate carpet, or if you just got a little bit of light rain and it's nice and moist, it's kind of like chocolate Velcro, we call it too, where it's not a real rigorous, rough, rutted, rock-filled set of terrain that you're going to hit when you're off pavement, but in actually more of a smooth carpet. So it's really a great ride for people that have kind of an intermediate level of dirt riding background, all the way up to the people that are advanced riders Intermediate, you can handle this, it's smooth and easy. Advanced riders, it gives you a chance to play around a little bit more with the, steering with the rear end of the bike and really enjoying instead of constantly pounding over ruts and stuff like that. It's really great dirt riding that we have here in Oregon. So look through the website, you'll see the different details like pricing and the highlights that I mentioned, the inclusions in each type of package, whether you want to go with the guided group or the self-guided package. Feel free to ask questions if you have them, and a lot of people are probably thinking, Oregon, who goes, it's not as popular and famous as places like California and other parts of the world for riding, but trust me, if you want a remote getaway, you like the idea of getting away from big city life, you want to get your hands on a great bike and hit some dirt and explore some wild and remote places, this is one fantastic state to be traveling through. And again, it's all centered right around our beautiful hometown here of Bend on the Deschutes River. So thanks for watching. Feel free to use the contact form to reach us, and let us know when you're coming to Oregon. Remember to reserve in advance. We do have a limited number of vehicles and motorcycles and 4x4 adventure trucks available for these trips. So thanks for tuning in. Ride on. We'll see you soon.